Well, I've come to COP21 because, then tackling climate change and creating more sustainable development is everybody's business. And we see a lot of good progress this year, particularly because the UN changed the process from designing top-down an ambition level and a distribution key, which is really complicated with 196 countries. And they asked them all, what can you do? So countries brought in their plans, and we have also some good news on what can and what should be done more.
We've seen these so-called INDCs compared to investment prospectuses, so to speak. It's a country, saying the opportunities for clean energy and where funds can be channeled. But what is Philips, more concretely doing to tackle this?
Yeah. Now, for parts, we try to contribute to the whole spectrum. Anything that's relevant for sustainable development includes eradicating light poverty, advancing energy efficiency. And in that, we are really focusing on the benefits of efficiency. And we see with the current country plans, the INDCs, that the potential global warming of 6.5 degrees is now estimated to be between 2.7 and maybe 4 degrees, which is good progress, which is actually curbing the disastrous developments, but it's not enough. And since we waste so much energy, our message is if we double the rate of energy efficiency improvement, which currently is only 1.5% per year, and energy demand growing 3%, so we need to double the rate of energy efficiency improvement beyond 3%, then we can cross the bridge to 2 degrees, to staying below 2 degrees centigrade.
So from your perspective, it's a no-brainer. Energy efficiency speaks for itself.
Well, in essence, then whole sustainable development and energy efficiency is a no-brainer. I think the bigger challenge we see with processes like this is also increasing the appetite for change. Because people tend to see what they lose, like some years ago the incandescent light bulbs, but it's more difficult to see what you get in the future if you change behavior and if you change the course of development. So we see tackling climate change, apart from the threat that it really is, also as an unprecedented opportunity for new innovation and new quality of life.
So just taking LED lighting as an example, and of course you are a leading lighting company, you think now people have changed from incandescent light bulbs to LED, they truly recognise the potential and the savings they're getting. It was just that getting over that obstacle to begin with.
Well, and you see now also because LED lighting provides all kinds of opportunities to interact with your lighting. Let's say you can dim it and all of that, but also you can change colors, you can change the whole atmosphere of lighting in your city, in your workplace, in your home. So people start seeing, hey, there are lots of benefits beyond efficiency, beyond reducing the energy bill, beyond reducing carbon emissions. And that's when these solutions really also get to be fun.
And we're seeing developing countries leapfrog from out-of-date technologies to ones like this precisely. So what is the potential for these technologies in Africa, for example?
Yeah, so that's really important. So if you think about doubling the rate of energy efficiency improvement, it means for developed countries or where infrastructure, cities and buildings exist, we need to accelerate renovation of existing infrastructure. And for developing countries, it means leapfrogging. And that's for parts in these countries like Africa, India and the like, that's where the new cities will be built. So leapfrogging, for instance, to solar LED lighting, but also the 1.1 billion people who have no access to electricity, for them it's leapfrogging to solar LED lanterns and the like, and thereby, like our grandparents have when they got electric lighting, for them also, then accelerating sustainable development, socio-economic education and everything that comes with it.
We see plenty of announcements from the private sector, we have these INDCs and the rest, but is it truly linked up? Is it one picture here, or are people working in silos in your view, and as a result the overall outcome is a bit diminished?
Well, we really try to lead. Well, we are leading and shaping the lighting or the LED revolution, but we also walk the talk. And that is why I'm also really proud that our CEO for Philips Lighting this Monday announced that as Philips as a whole, we will be carbon neutral in 2020.
But looking at your industry partners, is there enough joined up thinking in tackling climate change?
Yes, certainly so. So we need to do our own thing, walk the talk, becoming carbon neutral, leading the transition, innovating. It's a bit of a race to a better future. But we're also teaming up as a sector. We are a co-founder of the Enlighten program, where we work as a lighting sector, but also currently with 66 emerging and developing countries. But also we are co-founder of the Global Energy Efficiency Accelerator platform. That's a long name. But that brings different sectors together. So buildings, lighting, appliances, district heating, transport. And then working with subnational governments, cities, states and regions, as well as national. So we are then creating a huge momentum, bottom up, to show our national leaders, like, hey, the solutions exist. There's no need to wait, no reason to hesitate. We are teaming up, we are creating the case studies, and actually, hey, the good news to our national leaders is that they don't have to do the job. They just have to see, like all of us here see, that this is for a better future.
As a man that's been to several COPs, how would you describe the feeling in Paris this year, and how things have come on, and particularly with more women perhaps being in higher positions? Is that to the benefit of all?
Yeah, there's actually this morning I was in a breakfast meeting with the UN Foundation and with Rachel Kite. And certainly one thought on my mind is, next to doing all the things in technology and policy and so forth and setting the right ambition level, it's really time to connect the dots. Because if we want to accelerate action, it's now we need to move from talking to acting more and roll up our sleeves. If we act more, connecting the dots is crucial because we're spreading ourselves so thin. And that's where there were three things on my mind. The one thing is bringing in cities and businesses together with public stakeholders, but also connecting the dots in the technology area. And that's particularly relevant for Sustainable Development Goal 7, which is sustainable energy for all, doubling the rate of energy efficiency improvement, but also combining energy efficiency with renewable energy, because then we go to a zero carbon future twice as fast and twice as cheap. Also connecting access to energy with energy efficiency so that people who are becoming part, let's say, of the global development pathway can actually acquire double the energy service for the same amount of money. And the third is bringing in the women. Because one thought that I had in Copenhagen 6 years ago is there was only one woman leader, Angela Merkel, in the room when things failed. And you see since then, with Christiana Figueres, this week with Annie Hidalgo, with Rachel Kite, bring in the women is maybe not recognized by everybody, but I think it's the secret recipe to success at this COP, because it's really different.
But in 2015, things looking promising.
I'd say so. You see then in previous COPs at the end people were really tired and wanting to go home. And now you see everybody's really frantically working on getting a good, ambitious agreement for a better future. So people now see like, hey, this is not only something we must do, but it's something we wish to do and what we want to make happen.
Verharr, thanks ever so much for your time.